You're up. Why is it so high? Okay. What?
Yeah, what is that?
What?
Detroit.
Oh,
No, what does it say?
Death by Disc.
Death by Disc.
It's this shit right here.
Uh-huh.
Buddy of mine.
So is that a trademark for a company? Or just a say?
It's my buddy's company. It's Death by Disc.
Okay.
Well, it's Lantine Arts and something. Arts. Lantine Art. That's what this one.
Right.
But it's. He does Death by Disc. He'll do like Death by different things. Hi, Smokey. Are you gonna be on the show?
Smoky, huh?
Well, it's been a couple days, huh? We haven't done a show in a minute.
That's true. So what's up?
Chelsea left for a week, or like not a week, but like 4 or 5 days. She's getting a tattoo done.
Oh. Well, she'll get it finished, right?
No, she's getting
another one?
The rest of her sleeve done, yeah.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
I want a sleeve. I decided what I want to.
Really? Do you have any?
No.
You're 70 years old?
I want the tribal type one. Everybody has it done in black.
Yeah.
But I want a tribal one, but I want it done in white.
White?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Like what kind of white?
What do you mean what kind of white? White.
Well, there's pale white, there's like
That'll show up on my skin.
Yeah.
That'll show up on my skin. I want to do it in black. I want to do it in white, but it's tribal stripes.
Right.
One arm done. Maybe the arm like that.
Okay. What made you decide to get that? Well, hi, Naya.
Because
Welcome
I've been
to the
seeing
show.
different tattoos, and I like the tribal tattoos.
My best friend from when I was young. Well, he's still one of my real good friends, but he lives in Holly, so we don't see each other very much. He's one of the first ones I know to get a tattoo, and he did it since he's left. It's a tribal that goes around, but it goes into the skin and it comes out the skin, and it was like this part of the first one I knew. Be like, fuck it, this is what I'm doing. Because when he got it done, he was like 18, 19. At that time, there's no way I was getting anything on my arms.
Yeah.
Fuck, get something on my hand? That never happened.
It wasn't going on, huh?
No, man, you don't want that risk of not being able to get that corporate job.
That corporate job.
Yeah, because...
Well, I ain't got to worry about that.
Well, I didn't know that I wasn't going to worry about that.
I
When I was 18, 19, weed wasn't like a...
I never worried about that, though, because I knew I was never going to get a corporate job.
I didn't want to work hard.
I didn't want to work corporate.
Well, I didn't want to work hard, and in my mind...
Corporate was work, well,
yeah.
yeah.
didn't work hard.
You didn't physically work hard.
Yeah. Compared to fucking carrying out fucking what?
More mental than physical.
It is a lot more mental, for sure. But
What are we smoking?
Some blueberry.
That tastes really good.
Yeah.
Is that from the warehouse?
Uh-huh. So, I'm really excited about these DNAs. They're downstairs. When you go down there, you should smell them all. You can tell which ones are which. There's the two that are on the black without a screen. So there's 3 plants on each one. You have a taller sorbet that's like this much taller than the other one. You have the 2 sorbets.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I say sorbets. Sorbet number 4s, which is Gorilla Glue crosses sorbet, and then the 3 gallons, which are the 2 3-gallons on each one, is blood orange sorbet,
Mm.
and then 2 18s, 2 OG 18s.
That motherfucker was God, wasn't it? That motherfucker was God, Jack.
It was like,
Oh shit! I'm out of here.
Woo! It took off.
That's like a cartoon.
Well, I know. These are like, it's kind of funny. Little motherfucker.
So have you? This will be the first time for the sorbets.
Yes. First time I've grown them.
Have you ever had that before?
Nope. It's a new collection that they just came out with last year for DNA.
So it's a lot of growing, what I call growing blind, isn't it? You get things you don't have no idea how they're gonna turn out.
All seeds are grow blind.
Well, yeah, but some, like if you know the grower and he's been growing it, you kind of have an idea of what it's like.
Clones, yes. Seeds, no.
Right. That's what I mean.
Because you can look down there and all the blood oranges are all the same seeds. All the sorbet, they're the same seeds, but they're completely different.
They look
plants.
different.
Yeah, no, they don't look different.
They
They're
are
completely different. Yeah. Same with the Astro Snaps that are at the warehouse. Those are complete. I got 4 completely different plants. One of them's short, like indica. Don't you fuck with that cord again.
You know it's gonna do it.
Me and you're gonna have issues with that. Take that away from you. There you go. Anyway, and then one's like, because there's a video on YouTube of me showing them off the other day, and you can see one's like super short, real compact, like buds, like all real compact into each other. And the one that went in the same time as that is way taller. It's like twice the size.
Oh.
But it actually has good bud structure to where it's a compact, like...
It's more stretchy.
It's more stretchy, but the tops aren't. It's not like super stretchy. And then another one is more super stretchy. Like it's more OG-like, I guess you would say. Like the Deadhead. But stretchier. I guess you would say. But they're all different. They all smell...
That's why marijuana is so appealing. It's just so much diversity.
The one smells like cherry.
No shit.
And I can smell it. It smells like
really
it
cherry.
smells like a jack. So you know how a haze smells like pine?
Yeah.
It's got that pine, but then you kind of like...
You get
at
to a
the
cherry.
end of the inhale, you get this fucking sweet, really sweet cherry. Like, for me to smell it, it's got to be like super...
That's strong.
What?
But
Somebody said Tom thinks that the Girl Scout cookie flavor that everyone goes gaga for is this. The earth.
I like it. It's good.
I don't know what it tastes like. It tastes earthy, I guess.
Yeah, earthy.
Someone said lemony the other day.
See, I don't get all this lemon. People talk about lemon. I don't get no lemon out of that.
In the Deadhead, oh my god. That Deadhead you guys, the wet stuff, did you smell it? Oh my goodness.
I did.
That was some different level Deadhead. It's gonna be some good shit. Shit downstairs been alright. This is it right here.
It
But you
has.
have to get the right bud because the problem is there'll be like 3 branches that'll just have this airy ass buds with no crystals.
That's what I just did. Yeah.
And I think it's to do with they're in veg, like there's not a rotation in veg. Veg is just kind of like he just kind of transplants when he feels like it. He transplants like 4 or 5 of them at a time, and then he'll put like 10 in a fucking cloner, and he transplant them all in. So when that happens, if you're trying to run a perpetual, it's going to cause certain stresses because plants are going to go longer than they should have gone in the certain stages.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
I think that's part of the reason why we get half a plant. Yeah, he's behind you. You know, that's half like really nice Deadhead, and then the other half is not. It also could be that I didn't trim it out. Like, those ones that are coming out are some of the last ones that I didn't have a hand in the veg.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I tried trimming them up in flour, and I put some work in, but nothing I could really fix. So now that I've been fucking with the veg, when the ones are coming around from veg, they should be more uniform. But even like at the warehouse right now, everything that's coming out, nothing's gonna be like the shit that I just pulled down, because it's all like for one, some of them still had to deal with like kind of like a stress to do with the light situation.
You mean since the last one? The next one's coming up is what you're talking about?
Yes, the next one that's coming down. They're not as big, and the reason why is because, for one, the ones that just came down had an extra almost 2 to 3 weeks of veg in the flower room themselves.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So they had their time in there by themselves.
Yeah.
In the veg or flower room. So they got that extra stretch, and that's why they became so big, is because extra month of fucking veg will make a difference.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Well, then you add in. Once I figured out that when I fucked up, I tried to fix things, but by fixing things, I had to keep shit. Like the first 10 days that they were in there, they weren't under direct light like they normally are. Because normally they spend like 10 days under direct light. Like they're always under direct light.
Right.
If you want the yield, the look that I got out of those plants, those are like that because they spent almost their whole flower time under one light. Like not under one light, but having the intensity of one light over the whole plant the whole time.
Was that 24-hour light?
No. Just flower time.
Oh, got you. Right.
Yeah, it's just they had one instead of having, because the system was set up like the rotation at the warehouse goes. They sit under the 4 plants sit under 1,000 and 600 LEDs. Okay. So the 4 plants are sitting under that. And then they move over and they were 4 plants under 2,000 LEDs. And then 4 more plants. Then the next section, next 10 days is another 4 plants under 2 LEDs. Then they got split up into 1 LED per plant.
Oh.
But I've added 600s to kind of counter that. So now there's no like space where they're not getting full light. So they'll get full light all the way through. And that should help get the yields back to like 10s.
Got you.
Because we'll see what these ones turn out to be. These ones are going to be alright, but I left a little too much stuff on the lower. Like, I left a lot of, like, only because I didn't know that I was fucking up. So I didn't know that I was...
Oh, the lower, you left too much on, more than you should have on the lower part.
Yes.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
But they still yielded out. Like, the lower stuff still got some decent little density to it.
Yep.
I don't know. I think I fixed it.
Well, everything's improving.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all improving. I'm snoring. Oh, man.
This is such good taste. I was wondering when that was going to happen.
Oh, man.
I was doing all the coughing. I was wondering when you were going to cough.
It's been sitting in there. After, like... It tastes like a joint and a half for my lungs to start getting tender. That actually
tastes so good.
Yeah, whatever the
man, that tastes good.
They call it gas. This is what people call gas flavor.
That's cannabis contest worthy.
Well, no, because I don't have any more. But
no, I'm just saying the quality.
I know that is.
Yeah, the quality.
I'm telling you, man. If I didn't get this quality, I don't know if it's true, and I don't really want to talk about it because I don't know. I don't have any facts to back this up. But the reality is, I'm pretty sure I got fucking disqualified because the moisture content of the sample they sent in was too high. It was at 20%. I don't even know that was an issue.
The moisture content.
Yep.
That's what they told you?
Mm-hmm. And then they didn't give us any of the notes. Didn't get us any of the shit that the...
Wait a minute. Didn't you... Wasn't that butter over a month old? When you took... It was over a month old, wasn't it?
It was over a month.
Yeah.
Because I left it hang for like 3 weeks.
So this ain't it wasn't dry enough?
It was like 2 weeks, yeah. And I got disqualified. I'm pretty sure I got disqualified because I talked to a guy who judged my category and he said there was 3 of them that got disqualified. They called and said, don't judge it. And I'm pretty sure 6 was one of them. And if that's the case, a ton of people smoked it, probably smoked it before they got disqualified because you had 43 samples. You had to have them done in a week.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta assume people are smoking 6 samples in a day.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they have to.
They have to.
So you didn't find out till Tuesday.
Yeah,
They got
that's
the
weird.
sample on Saturday. Didn't find out till Tuesday or Wednesday that it got disqualified. So you know that everyone tasted it. So you know the people put the fucking reviews in. I want to know what the fuck.
What
people
did
thought.
what? Yeah,
That's more pisses me off more than anything.
you want to know results of what they said of your particular one.
Exactly, because I could be wrong, and people could hate it. But I know I'm not wrong,
No.
and I know people liked it. I don't care if it even came close to winning. It's more about what percentage of the judges thought it was a 3 above. Because
Well, I guess you'll never know, will you?
no, I won't. But the 3 above is where it's at. Because when I judged, everything was a 3 to start. And if it was better than everything, because it's all amazing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If it was better, it was a 4. If it wasn't, it was a 2. So I assume, like, because you don't give things 5s unless there's, like, it's supposed to be something that tastes better than anything you've ever tasted before. I didn't taste anything like that. I tasted a tangy that I fucking hated the taste, but I could definitely tell it was complex. And I think it was the one that won. And it should have won because it was the most pungent flavor.
It was.
Oh, yeah. You inhale, and on the inhale, it was smooth. Like, it was kind of like a creamy, smooth, like, flavor. And then as you exhaled, it was like all tange. It was like all that grapefruit, orange grossness that people love.
Yeah.
You know that's just us, right? Just the Midwest?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. The Midwest is, like, huge with tangy right now.
No shit.
Mhm.
Why is that?
Different.
Hmm.
I think tangy has a flavor that any, like, 90% of people can taste. You know what I'm saying? And we know that most weed doesn't have a unique flavor. Most of it just kind of tastes like either stingy, sharp,
Right.
or coffee. Not coffee, but
A
coffee.
question.
What's up?
Where's the other cat?
I don't know, out there fucking around.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't always hang out in here. Sometimes she goes and chills. And
This guy right here, he's hanging out with the
Curious as fuck,
big
eh?
fellas.
I gotta see.
What's going on in here?
What's happening? A little smoky.
How do you keep it? My t-shirts are gone.
What?
When I watched them, that Michigan Cannabis Review thing just ran.
This?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I don't wash my clothes. I'm sure it probably would. I wash my clothes like before I met Chelsea. I've always washed my clothes, and I just kind of always threw them in this. Oh, fuck it. I don't give a shit. I'm not matching anyway, so what's the difference?
You ain't no fashion plate, huh?
No, but she, like, my clothes come out fucking blinging.
Yeah.
Yeah, she keeps shit looking nice.
She knows what she's doing.
Yeah, I put a bunch of shirts away, because this fucking guy that runs the Motor City Chain Gang or whatever, the disc golf club,
Mm-hmm.
this motherfucker walked out the other day with a fucking white 1996 t-shirt that was crisp, as if it was yesterday. And I was like, you gotta be, how the fuck do you do that?
You kept it in plastic.
I know, but again, it goes back to the point. 96, I think about 96, I'm still in high school.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Granted, he's older. He's in his 60s.
Right.
But still, even if
You got some vintage shit, man.
But even if I took, like, my time period or whatever, and just no way I'd ever kept a shirt that long. Like, I didn't own enough shirts to put shirts away in plastic to keep
Well, that's
them.
what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's no possible. For one, half the shit that I own is gone. No, not half. I'd say 90% of everything I've owned is gone.
Yeah.
Either I threw it away or let it go to the wayside.
Yeah, it wore out or whatever.
Yeah, I fucking lost, because a lot of the shit I got was just restoration stuff. You know, so that's just fucking
I've got
shitty tables and couches.
I've got some old stuff I've had for years. Leather coats, some bell bottoms, a couple of vests that I've had for probably 25, almost 30 years.
I
I can still wear them.
take that. I have one thing around here somewhere. I don't know where it is, but it's somewhere in this house that's 40 years old that I've owned. My mom someone made me a little cup and had my date, name, and birthday etched on it on the day I was born or something, or around the time I was born.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I still have it, but I still have that.
Some things just hang.
And a blanket. I'm pretty sure a blanket my mom made me I still have, but my sister has it.
Yeah.
I might not have that. I might have lost that. Yeah, you just... Fuck, man. When you're homeless, what are you going to keep? I'm not the fucking guy in the corner with 15 carts. You ever seen that dude on Livernois?
Yeah.
The guy with 10 carts and he's fucking...
Oh, 8 Mile Livernois, yep.
Yep. Literally...
I mean, he's out of it. He's still there. I saw him yesterday, but he didn't have 10 carts. I think they told him he couldn't have all that.
Yeah, because he was literally...
Because he's got 2 now.
Oh, yeah.
He's got 2 right now.
They're still probably packed.
They are.
Oh, man, that's... Like, when you're at that point, I know he's sick. I know it's a thing where it's mental. It's probably a mental health thing.
That's why he shouldn't be out in the street like that.
Right. But
I'm not saying lock them up. I'm saying they should be better supervised.
There's definitely homes. There's definitely enough homes in this country.
Oh, yeah.
And enough places that we could definitely put, but it goes back to the point, if they get it free, how come I don't?
Exactly. It goes back to that capitalistic, egotistic thing about poor people and downtrodden people. I pull myself up by my bootstrings, why can't he? Mm-hmm. Everybody doesn't live the same experiences in life.
And most people forget the fact that they had help.
And some people don't have to get up and go. Some people just don't have it.
Well,
some people just don't.
It might even not be about habit. It just might be something fucked up happens that makes you so... Because you can go from normal... Not even give up. Go from a normal person to a person who's hearing 3 voices in your head. By, literally bumping your head too hard.
That's true.
Getting out of...
It could be an accident.
A complete accident. Like, I bumped my head on one of my lights today, one of those LEDs, and I'm like, and it wasn't that bad. But if I'd have really put it into it,
you could have
hit it in that right spot.
You could have what they call a closed head injury.
Yeah.
That's where your brain gets bounced around inside your skull.
Start getting that
fucking CTC on it.
Mm-hmm.
It gets a bruise on it. Oh, yeah.
Because I remember seeing a story about a guy. He was a normal dude, from what I understand, according to the story. He was a normal guy, married, found this woman, got married, 30s, into his 40s. And then mid-40, he has seizures. So he goes in and they fuck with the brain, right? They take out a chunk of the brain. Because that's Bruce, one of my best friends, Bruce, has a computer chip in his head. And
I met him.
Yeah. U of M, and he was smoking my weed instead of taking pain pills the whole time.
Yeah.
So, and he did some mushrooms too. And the doctors were all about it. They were actually trying to question whether or not that works or doesn't work. So they used that as a case study. So they went into his brain and they tried to figure out, because one of the ways they take away epilepsy is that's how they take out.
They go in and take out certain portion,
chunk of the brain that
controls that.
Yeah, that causing the fuck up. Well, in Bruce's case, they couldn't do that because the piece controlled something that was vital. They couldn't remove it. So instead, they put a computer chip into his brain that started mapping that area and constantly reading it.
Yeah,
and sending
whatever's necessary
information back to U of M.
Right.
And then at U of M, the computer would then take the program and write an algorithm that would then replace. So anytime his brain has a misfire, the computer chip kicks on.
It fires.
And fires for it to replace the...
Gotcha.
And that way it doesn't ever misfire. He's not had a seizure since. Now, he wasn't a guy that was whoa. He was a guy that was Pall Mall. It was all up in here. So he would just sitting there and be like...
He's having grand mal seizures.
Yeah. Yes.
I learned all this when I worked for the state home.
Yeah.
All about that. Because I was working with people that had those problems. He had what you call grand malls. Those are those are horrible.
Well, his was more like a hallucination. than more than anything else. He never really. So this guy, another case, this guy gets, and they take it out. Well, he gets arrested like 2 or 3 years after that fact for looking at child porn. He was looking at child porn at his home. Because the case is, they found it on his home computer. They never found it at work on any of his computers. Because it's not something you can just get rid of. Because he would literally look it up, delete it, look it up again, delete it, look it up again, delete it, and just keep doing that over and over again. And they can see that record. I mean, it doesn't
that's what you're saying, right? It doesn't, right.
It doesn't go away.
Right.
So they could see that he was just doing it at home, and he was only doing it when he was bored. They put him on some medicine, doesn't have the problem. Brain gets chunked out, now he's looking at child porn. You know what I'm saying? Like, and again, he never acted on it as far as anybody knows. He never acted on it, and to be honest, the way he talks about it, he knew the guiltiness of it, and that's why he always just kind of deleted it. And it was also something that was the devil's hand, or the idle hand is the
devil's playground.
Yeah, because when he was at work on the computer constantly, he never
fucked with it. He was all right.
He was doing it. But it was when he was sitting there kind of like,
when he was idle,
just floating around on the internet, is when he had the issues.
Yeah.
So
life is weird.
Well, they put him in jail. They definitely gave him like 2 or 3 years, even though like science kind of proved that like, well, he didn't do it before. You cut out part of his brain. Now he's doing it. He didn't have an issue serving his time, but at the same time,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying. It's kind of like
he's a catch. That's called a catch-22.
Put a little. Our criminal justice system takes no thought into.
Sometimes mental.
Yeah, mental states. Yeah, they have no consciousness of whether or not a mental state makes like.
Or they'll have the wrong
they'll fuck
view
it
of it. They'll bring some
different way.
Crazy motherfucker into court to say a certain theory that's not even really proven yet.
Yeah, so that was an interesting story because it goes back to you hit your head too many times in one spot, you build up scar tissue in an area where you know your reasoning. Who knows? Maybe that's why I quit my job is because. You know, saying some things happened, you know, when I was young, head trauma or something, and eventually
Did you have head trauma when you were young?
I mean, not that I know of, you know what I'm saying, but I definitely was a kid and wrestled, you know, get thrown off a fucking porch.
Did you ever get knocked out or pass out?
I've never been knocked out as far as I know.
Oh, you didn't know it.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, you know.
I've definitely been concussed. I definitely know that there was one instance where I was like, yeah, I definitely was concussed.
Okay.
You know what a DDT is, right?
Yeah, I know exactly what it is. It's a wrestling move.
Yeah. So, well, that's the thing. We weren't fighters.
And somebody did that move to you and
in the fucking yard.
Yeah.
Like out of nowhere too. It was like quick. Like oh shit. Like I didn't have time to prepare myself, and I literally he stood me the fuck up. And I just remember sitting there, just remember it being foggy.
Oh yeah, you had a concussion.
Fuck.
You had a concussion probably.
Did that intensify my depression? Don't know. Could have.
Maybe.
Could have. You add in the fact that life sucked at that time and there was no real hope. What am I going to do? I'm living in Holly in the late 90s. There's not really there's no chance of going to school. You know what I'm saying? School is nowhere close to where I live. I don't have a car. I work at a fucking restaurant.
Where is this Holly located?
Holly?
Yeah, you said Holly, right?
Yeah, it's like 45 minutes north.
Oh, so it's not that far away.
No, it's not. It is when you don't have a fucking car.
Oh yeah.
Because there's no there's
in the car. But in the car for me, you'd be there in about an hour or so.
From here it takes 45 minutes.
Yeah.
If there's no traffic, or actually it can take a little less depending on the.
But traffic. You can definitely get there in an hour.
It's in between Pontiac and Flint.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of like half in between them. It's a suburb.
I'm surprised I've never been there. I used to spend a lot
There's no real reason for you to go.
Well, I used to spend a lot of time up in that area driving around and stuff.
What area?
Saginaw, Bay City, Flint.
Too far north.
No, I'm saying and Flint.
No, I know, but Flint's too far north.
Oh, so it's between Pontiac and Flint?
It's between. It's more of a Pontiac suburb than it is a Flint suburb.
Oh, okay.
So like Grand Blanc, you know where Grand Blanc is?
Yeah.
It's the city south of Grand Blanc.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Grand Blanc is an actual suburb of Flint, where Holly was more like Holly was a little ass train village, because there's 2 main trains that come through Holly, and there used to be a station there, so it used to be like a train village. Like it was one of the a main stop. It was a main stop. The president
stopped along the way.
Bush stopped there in '92. Back in '92, he was that whistle stop tour he did. He did the whistle stop tour through.
Went through there,
and he actually stopped in Holly, like right across the street from the Holly Hotel. Like they shut down
Hotel.
Yeah, because that's where I used to work when I was young.
The Holly Hotel.
Yeah, that's.
So, what would the population of Holly be roughly?
Back then, 3,000.
Oh shit, that's small as fuck.
Maybe. I don't even know if it was that many.
That's small as fuck.
To be honest with you. What the fuck is this? Oh, what up, Cut?
Yo.
You're in.
I'm in the middle of.
No, you're not in the middle of it, but yeah, it's a small ass little town. There might be more people now because the township has gotten bigger and the village has gotten a little bit.
Well, I didn't know it was that small.
Yeah, like the village I lived in was tiny. Like you could walk from one side to the other.
Damn.
Easily, like without an issue. But
yeah.
It was it was GM. It was a GM town.
Oh, okay.
Because
Factory close.
there was Grand Blanc had a huge GM factory, and Flint was a GM.
Oh yeah.
It used to be GM, Buick City or whatever.
Oh fuck yeah.
So the people, it's closer to Flint. It's 15-20 minutes from
Buick
Flint.
City.
Yeah.
I remember that.
So people would come to fucking live in Holly, work in Flint, work in Grand Blanc, and then everything left, and you were left with all these fucking places to live with no one to have any money to live there.
And no jobs around.
Yeah, not really. There's still no jobs really in Holly. I don't think. I think the GM plant's still there, but when I got out of work, high school in '97, they definitely weren't hiring. The only way you could get in is if you knew
Family.
Yeah, at that point.
It was like that at all the plants for a long time. If
Yeah.
your dad worked at a plant, you could easily get in.
Yeah, but you could even.
Or if your uncle or something like that.
Yeah, but friends could get you in too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it was a lot less friends and more like you had to know someone in the union or. Because I did know someone in the union, but I felt like that job was a lot like fucking. Well, he hated me, so he never got me a job. Well, my friend blamed everything on me. Everything that ever went wrong, it was
Your fault.
my fault. And it didn't matter to me. I wasn't living with them, so what
You
did
didn't
I
give a
care?
shit.
Yeah. Guy hates me. Whatever. Not my fault. You're too stupid to realize your son's a fucking liar. You know, what am I supposed to do? Go tell you? You figured it out eventually when you tried to throw him in jail. You know, you figure it out when you fucking get lied to enough.
But it's your son. Some people are blind to that. Some people don't want to hear that their kids are lying to
Everyone doesn't want to fucking hear
them. Yeah,
that.
so they.
But at the same time,
It's reality, man. I mean, you gotta be kind of.
it's still one of be
You gotta
awake.
because I mean, kids lie. They're gonna lie until they learn not to lie.
It's
It's
natural.
them testing you until
Yeah.
they realize that they have the upper hand.
Or that until they realize that honesty is more. I don't know. You just have to
I
teach them
couldn't
that
deal with
honesty.
no kids. I couldn't deal with no kids.
You
Right
didn't have
now.
no kids?
No fuck. Huh?
You didn't have no kids?
No, I have a daughter.
Okay.
But you didn't
But
meet her.
right
Didn't
now-
find out you had her until how old was she?
15.
15, yeah. What is she? My age, right?
How old are you?
40.
She's a little older than you.
Okay, yeah.
Y'all in the same area though. But yeah, I couldn't do it. Ooh, if I had some kids now, I'd be nutty. I would. Especially if you had a girl.
I want a bunch of
Oh
them.
man.
Like
Chelsea.
2 or 3.
They put Chelsea on
Busy for the
Lipitor,
rest of my life.
and it like kind of fucked her up. And she was kind of like her titties are huge right now. Like it looks like she was pregnant. I was like, are you sure? You know, you sure she's on birth control, but you know,
anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
It can. You never know.
And she doesn't want. She don't want to have kids. And as I'm pro-choice, but if given the opportunity in a situation where the choice was my choice, I wouldn't do it because it's just me. But it's her choice, so it doesn't matter what I say anyway.
She's in charge of her body.
Right. But it's one of those things where I was like so relieved when I found out she wasn't.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I really don't want a kid.
I
just got these 2 little kitties.
At this point.
They're fucking like insane right now.
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's bad enough dealing with them, let alone a fucking kid running around screaming. Like, not even. The worst part about children is that the first 5 years they don't do anything.
But see,
first 2.5.
See, the part that I'm keying in on is that my house is not kid friendly.
Me either.
You know,
they bring them over here.
I have guns in my house. I have weed at my house.
You see, you and about a good percentage of this white population in this country have a different opinion on whether or not a gun in a house is kid safe or not. Because a lot of people think that a gun is
kid safe if you teach them how to use it.
I think a gun should be locked up too.
I knew how to use a gun at a young age, so
and that's fine. And most
it was a tool.
That's fine, and most do. But what is the predominant thing with these serial killers? These people going and shoot up places. Everybody says the same thing. What do they say? He's never done anything wrong before.
Well, I think it.
Well, they say that about most people that do shit. Like, most funerals are half of the story. But the only half that makes people happy.
They do it because they feel like they're nothing.
Well, they do it because they can't get laid.
They feel like they're nothing.
They
feel
they can't get anything.
Yeah. So they're going.
Which isn't true,
but
in their mind they've made their mind up that it's that. Yeah, they haven't tried hard enough because nothing isn't.
But they're willing to try hard at this.
You know what I learned?
Which is fucking dumb.
But it's not really that hard.
You know what I learned?
Into a place
it's pretty fucking easy.
With people that are fucking, and then shooting them up, and they ain't got guns.
But see, what you have to learn, and what I learned, one thing I've learned is there's no problem too serious that I can't deal with it.
Right?
Yeah,
no
I
problem.
That.
Because if you let something dwell in you and you worry about it, I got this problem, you make yourself sick. You will.
Yeah.
You'll make yourself sick. So you got to look at a problem and say, okay, that's something important I got to deal with, but I can deal with it.
I hear you, and in my head I go, yeah, that's exactly how I am now. But 10 years ago, you couldn't have told me. You'd been like, it's like, yeah, well, no shit. You don't think I don't want to not dwell on the fucking problems that are in my head? But problem is I can't not dwell on them.
You haven't learned how to control that.
No, I can't. I have now.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Back then, devil's advocate.
Before.
Yeah, people listening to this might go, well, no shit. Well, how did you get to that point? Meditation.
Yeah.
Weed.
Yeah.
Living. Experience.
For me, it's like, I don't know. It's like every time I do something that's an achievement for me and no one else, that it's like I level up. I'm like, okay, I'm doing this for me, and like I got good at this, or I did this, and like I worked hard at this.
Yeah, you pat yourself on the back.
Yeah, like it's like ego achievements that make me level up and feel like I can conquer anything.
Right.
You know what? I changed the wording in my head. I used to feel like I'd never finished anything. Because I fail a lot. I try something and I realize I didn't like it, or it just wasn't my thing.
But that's life.
Yeah, I know, but no one told me that. My father wasn't very out front about, hey, by the way, if you fuck up, don't worry, you'll just fuck up again.
You get another chance.
It wasn't about that. It was, don't fuck up, jackass.
Yeah. Don't fuck up, jackass.
But learning to see these non-finishings and understand that it's not that I don't. Once I got into something that I was passionate about, it wasn't that there wasn't no question that, oh yeah, this is a failure, but it's not an incompletion. Because I know I want to keep doing it, and I know I want to keep going.
And I'll get it right.
Yeah.
And growing weed and disc golf, I think being able to play disc golf, because disc golf is so cheap to play, and because when I started disc golf, I had no fucking money. I left ER, and then I got kicked the fuck out of the house and had to go move to another house, and then everyone stole everything. But during that time, I still had 5-6 discs, and I could still see myself improve.
Yeah.
I could go to leagues because it costs $1 to play. Play for a fucking $1 and then make a disc. I didn't get shit for it, but I could still see that over time I started improving and my score,
Getting
my
better and
average started
better.
going down.
Yeah.
Seeing that actually happen kind of gave me, it actually gave me the confidence
It's a little
that I
bit
didn't
of,
have before.
a little bit of inspiration.
Yeah, and I think that's what it is you have to actually see. You have to see the wins along with the failures.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I never saw the wins.
And you
I
gotta
always saw
celebrate the
failures.
wins.
Yeah, well, celebrate. I don't know
Yeah.
if that's the right word.
Well, I mean, for me it is. For somebody else, it could be another word.
Yeah, because I used to use that as a way to stop myself, but I think that's a crutch too.
It's like-
In my head, it's one of those things
Yeah.
because when I started this journey a long time ago, the idea was to be able to be myself without influence. No drugs, no nothing, no blah blah blah. Now, granted, I smoke a lot of weed.
Yeah, grab it, you do.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, it's like, and even that, do I need to quit? I don't know. It might be stopping the cancer that I might have in my system.
It
and
might
I have
be.
no idea that it's doing it.
I thought about that one day. I was gonna say,
I should quit. And I'm like, what about the cancer that I've been holding off?
right.
Yeah.
And we're laughing, but you might be right.
You
But
might be.
I think that your body will tell you if you need to stop.
It did. It did when I first quit. Because when I first quit, it was giving me panic attacks. And the reason why is because I can't smell anything. So if you add that into the complete shittiness of the 2000s when it came to cannabis before it became medical, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'd have gone to jail quick. There's no way. I'm too stupid, man. I was
So
pulled
you'd have
over.
gotten to jail quick.
Well, I got pulled over a lot as it is, just for being me. I don't even know what the fuck that means. I'm not even, don't have any issues. Damn, 42 minutes.